Hi, in this video we are going to talk about 5 qualities of wealth creating investments. We all know of that one person जिसे अपने बच्चों की शादी या अपना लॉन्ग टर्म गोल अपने स्टॉक्स को बेच करके फुलफिल किया होगा. यूजुअली ये स्टॉक्स उन्होंने बहुत कम पैसों में खरीदे होंगे एंड दे हेल्ड इट ओवर मल्टीपल डेकेड्स. ऐसे स्टॉक्स को लॉन्ग टर्म होल्ड करके वेल्थ क्रिएट की जा सकती है. लेट्स लुक एट 5 ways in which you can spot such companies. Number 1, inflection point. Inflection point एक ऐसा इवेंट होता है that can have a significant impact on company, industry or sector. अगर इवेंट पॉजिटिव है, it can put the company on a completely new trajectory of growth which can unlock significant value for its shareholders. For example, in the late 90s, business for Indian IT companies went through the roof as the companies around the world decided to install and upgrade their IT infrastructure in the wake of the Y2K event. Number 2, scale. A scalable company is one that can maintain or improve its profit margins while the sales volume increases. If you have identified an industry you want to invest in, look for companies within it that have not yet achieved economies of scale. If the company has economies of scale, it may not have the potential to outperform its peers, even if it is operating in a thriving industry. A company that is scalable and operates in a thriving sector can create generational wealth for its shareholders. Number 3, economic moat. A moat refers to the water around a castle. पुराने ज़माने में मोट बनाया जाता था to protect the castle from an attack. Similarly, a moat is a durable competitive advantage that a company has and protects it from being attacked by competitors. A company can have different moats based on the nature of its business. A good example is switching cost. Switching cost is the cost that a consumer incurs as a result of changing brands. If the switching cost is more, it gives the company more pricing power by locking customers into its unique ecosystem. For example, if you want to switch from iPhone to Android, your Apple Watch will be useless since it's only compatible with iOS. मतलब आपको नई वॉच भी खरीदनी पड़ेगी if you switch to Android. Other types of moats can be cost advantages, intangible assets such as patents, royalty, etc. Number 4, management efficiency and integrity. While it is very difficult to assess this, over time you become more familiar with the company's management. You also get a basic understanding of the top level management, their vision and how efficient and honest they are. You can do this by listening to the analyst conference calls after quarterly results and reading the management discussion and analysis section of the annual report and interviews among other things. Other things that you can look at are how long have they been associated with the company, their expertise and how it contributes to the business, the management's holding in the company. If they have a personal stake, they are more likely to make decisions that generate value for its shareholders. Number 5, reasonable valuations. Regardless of how great you think a company is, you should always look at its valuation before investing in it. If it's a growth stock, it will more likely be expensive, but it should not be unreasonably high. You can look at the ratios like PE ratio, EV by EBITDA ratio and PB ratio. वैसे we have discussed these and other ratios in great details in the video linked here. Note, you should always compare the valuation ratios of your focus company with its industry and peers. वो इसलिए क्योंकि हर इंडस्ट्री का अलग बेंचमार्क होता है. For example, IT companies usually have high PE ratios. Now, if you are comparing them with metal companies, you will see that it is super expensive. But actual में, it could be undervalued compared to the other stocks in the IT sector.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.